I just tried to record this and just cut it short, bro. I'm gonna have to record this again. Bro, I was like 10 minutes into that. Anyways, chat. Anyways. How did I start it off before? I think I started it off by saying that I wanted to make this part 2 to my Chase Your Dreams video because I rewatched it myself, right? Because it was a really good video in my opinion, right? It was a really good rant video, video, if you will. And it meant a lot to me, and so I rewatched it, but not from the perspective of me, right? I rewatched it from the perspective of someone that I wanted to reach with that video, right? I wanted to motivate and push people who have their own dreams and want to pursue them, right? I wanted to push them, and I watched it in perspective of them, and I realized that, like, I guess I did a mediocre job really emphasizing like this big part of chasing your dreams, and it's being delusional, right? I feel like I did address it in the video, but I didn't put it into perspective enough, right? And that's why I want to make this second video. And also I do like yapping like this about like motivational stuff. Like, you can ask my friends, bro. I always tell them that I love like motivational stuff. They don't like that, but you know, I do, right? But in my previous recording, I brought up some examples, but I'm not going to do that actually. All I'm gonna say is like, what I'm gonna say to start is that the in quotation success that you see in the early parts of my YouTube isn't what it really seems. All right, like there's obviously some positives to my early in quotation success, but the positives weren't the ones I was looking for. Okay, so yeah, let's start off on like my first video, right? You see a video of me saying chase your dreams, right? And then you check my channel, and then my first ever video got 250,000 views. And you'd be like, bro, like, obviously this guy can say that because he blew up on his first video. And like, I guess you could say like that isn't what actually happened, right? Like, it's not what actually happened. I didn't blow up on my first video. This video was at 100 views for a month straight. It was at 100 views. I was very slow to editing, so this video came out a month after this video. And like, this is the video that actually, in quotations, blew up. It got like, I think like a week after it reached like 1,000 views, and I was like, whoa, because I've never had it before. If you guys want some lore about me, like, before I even started this channel, I had about 3 YouTube channels before this, but not like it was they were all gaming. Like, we've all had gaming YouTube channels before, right? Like, let me show you the one directly before this one. This bad boy right here, my Fortnite YouTube channel, right? I just uploaded yesterday because I got a win. I was like, you know what? I would just upload that. But yeah, honestly, right now, like, when I get on the PlayStation, like when I get on my game and I play Fortnite, and I have like some clips or I win a game, I'll just upload it on here. So that's why you see like these uploads, right? But yeah, wait, no, let's press popular. This is something from like, when was that? That was like, I think winter of 2024. Right? I'm sorry. I'm getting off track. Basically, the point I'm trying to come to is damn, this is loud. Oh yeah, winter of 2024, basically. Yeah, January 2025. Basically, the conclusion I'm trying to come to is the fact that like, I've never actually experienced 1,000 views, right? So I was like, whoa, this is crazy, right? Obviously, I wasn't even monetized, right? I only got monetized in January, and I started in October, right? But yeah, so you see like these views. Obviously, this video like blew up a couple months after I dropped it. But I'll tell you right now, this thing got copyrighted, bro. It got copyrighted, so I made barely any money off of this. This video did really good, but I made $0 off of this because it got completely copyrighted, right? So it's like, okay, you can see these, like, you know, these numbers and be like, of course you could talk about that because you have early success and all this stuff. And it's like, bro, yeah, I got views, bro, but it doesn't mean anything. It really does not. It does not, bro, because I was getting views and I was making barely any money, bro. I told you guys in the video that my peak in like March or something was $300, and it wasn't even because of this video. It was because of this video. It's because of Sanji versus Jinbei. The only thing I got from this video, right, blowing up, right, is the notoriety of being the Sanji Glazer or the Katakuri hater. And so I continued going with that. So I made a Sanji versus battle, and then I made a Sanji versus battle, then a Katakuri versus battle where he lost, and then a Sanji versus battle where he wins, and Katakuri lost. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I got from it. And sure, it was doing, like, it was still doing good, but again, like, it wasn't anything. Again, my peak was 300. Okay, the next peak was 600 in May. These all came before May. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, sure. Like, you guys are getting what I'm saying, right? I keep repeating it, but I hope my point is coming across. Because, like, again, you can look at my channel and be like, you had success from the beginning, so you're, like, you can't even compare yourself to me, or yada, yada, yada. And there's reasons for my success, which I'll go into soon. But regardless of that in quotation success is just views. That's literally it. Just views. I was barely making any money, bro. Like, it was just there. I just had the notoriety, and the biggest thing is the fact that I couldn't even continue with that. All right, I was a One Piece YouTuber, but the Sanji stuff, what could I continue doing, bro? Like, I made this Sanji video and it did really good, right? I will admit, but that was it. All I could do from there is like just continue trying to like milk out the Sanji Glaze stuff. So I made Sanji versus Sabo, or this thing where I acknowledge my meme, right? Or this thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing really came out of that, bro. And so, like, okay, this is like, let's go from here to like here, where like I really, like, you know, really milk this Sanji stuff, where, you know what I'm saying, like, I got that in quotation success, bro. This is 5 months of work right here, right? 5 months of work to make, what, $400 a month, bro? 300, bro? Right? Like, bro, come on. Like, it really doesn't mean anything, bro. There's people who got way less views than me back then and made more money, right? So, like, again, the in quotation success is only what you see. It's just the views, bro. The reality is that I was making barely any money off of it anyways, right? Like, that's just the reality of it. And so now it enters another thing where I continue going, right? This is 5 months of work, and again, like, I did get views. 5 months of work, and I continue going, and I'm like, I'm shifting, I'm throwing stuff at the wall and all this stuff. And then I get my first black flash. Like, this is what I call a black flash right here. This one right here, this is what I call a black flash. And this one actually did make me some money. This is July, and this was the end of July. So, like, this is like that was the first month. July was the first month I made that $1,000. And the only reason why I got to this point, again, like I have to emphasize this again, bro. Even we'll go even after that. Actually, we'll go all the way to June, which is probably around here. From October of 2022 to June of 2023, bro, I was making a peak of $600 a month, bro. That's literally nothing to keep grinding on, bro. Really. And the biggest thing is the fact that I was getting a lot of views. So it's like, bro, what am I aiming for, bro? Freaking 10 million views a month, bro? Back then? You know what I mean? Like, I was getting a lot of views, but I wasn't making that much money. But what made me continue, bro? It was the delusion. The delusion that, oh yeah, I'm gonna make it work anyways. It didn't even cross my mind that, like, I had to calculate how much views exactly I needed to get. Because I was like, no, I'm just gonna continue grinding. Right? I wasn't looking at anything like that. I was just doing. All right? Like, the logical, non-delusional version of Gambler would have seen, like, these videos do good, sure. And he might have, like, continued a little bit. But after like reaching June, after like 7 months of straight, 8 months of work, and not making that much, and in senior year of high school, and your mom is like, stressing you out about college and stuff like that, and what you don't want to do, and yada yada yada, and you still making only like freaking a peak of $600, bro. Like, uh, yeah, bro. If you're not delusional, you're gonna freaking quit. I see that a lot, bro. People just quit, and it's like, okay, sure, you can go quit, but I was delusional to continue going, right? And so this was my first Black Flash, and I hit $1,000, and $1,000 is still nothing, bro. It really, like, bro, like, let's be real, bro. It really isn't. But for me, I took it, and I was like, yeah, this is like, this is what I needed. This was the like revelation that I needed, right? The fact that I have freaking, like, I made $1,000. Okay, I can turn that into many more $1,000, bro. Okay, $1,000 is really nothing, bro. It really isn't. For months of work? Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. And of course, like, I got this Black Flash, and I continued going, right? 2 days later, yada, yada, yada. And I reached, like, this is when I started investing in thumbnails. But we'll get to thumbnails in a second, because that's, like, a big part of this story. We'll get to that in a second. But I guess we'll get into thumbnails right now. But, like, paid thumbnails, that's something we'll get into in a second. But another thing I want to emphasize here is the fact that there's a difference between, like, delusion. Okay. There's two versions of gambler. Okay? There's delusional. There's this timeline gambler who's delusional and throwing stuff at the wall. And then there's another version of gambler who's delusional but but insane. There you go, right? So we have current timeline gambler who's delusional and throwing stuff at the wall, and then there's a different timeline of gambler who's delusional and insane. And the reason why I say insane is because that version of gambler is delusional to continue working, and you can respect him on that. But he's still dropping the exact same videos, basically. Let's say gambler dropped this Bleach video right here. Bleach video, Blue Lock video, right? Look at these videos compared to like the One Piece ones, right? 250k, 170, 60k, and then let's look at the Bleach and the Blue Lock ones, bro. 7k, 12k, 4k. This is only at 12k, by the way, because it was one of like the 4 videos that was left after I got nuked in 2023. We'll get into there soon. But yeah, you see these videos. Current timeline gambler saw this and he was like, yeah, I'm not fucking doing that anymore. Like, I love Blue Lock, but I'm not doing it anymore. I love Bleach, I'm not doing it anymore. Insane gambler is seeing this and he's like, he's delusional, and he's like, I love it too much, bro. I'm gonna continue going. I gotta make this work, right? He just keeps dropping Bleach and Blue Lock shit, right? And maybe it will work like years down the line, maybe, right? Because there is like there's levels to this, right? Because again, like, I could continue. Okay, I have to really put this into perspective because I'm not really even like putting down the prospect of like doing it to make it work, right? So like, let's say for example I continue doing Bleach. There's 2 different ones now, right? There's the insane gambler where he's still doing like basically the exact same content, he's still doing the exact same thumbnails and all this BS that isn't doing good. You know what I mean? The thumbnails aren't doing good. The ideas, the like level of stuff, like the level of, not the level, but the video ideas, the niche of Bleach is not working, but I'm still doing it because I'm like, I'm gonna make it work, right? Or let's say Blue Lock, I'm still making like these. You know what? Like, it's really weird because these do work, but I guess it's the thumbnail style as well, right? Like, you can see that this is like a thumbnail style that I already had in mind. I actually do it now, right? Like, isn't this what I freaking do now? Oh my gosh, I remember making this PNG of Nagi right here, bro. What the heck? That was so long ago. Anyways, let's go. Let's get back on topic. There's the delusional insane gambler that continues doing the exact same videos over and over again. Like, just imagine an entire catalog of videos that are literally just this, right? Just this, and it's not doing good, and it's just not doing good over and over again, but he just keeps doing it. That's like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's something different. Now, the gambler in this timeline, he saw that it didn't work, but he was delusional to keep going to find what actually works. All right? I'm sorry, I probably like ranted for the past 5 minutes to come to that conclusion. That's kind of crazy. But basically, you can see what's going on here, right? I threw stuff at the wall. I was delusional enough to continue going, testing out different things, right? Versus battles, discussion videos. Versus battles got a little bit stale for me, so I tried narration on JJK, a versus battle on JJK again because of this video. I did like a narration video on One Piece, but it was Sanji because I'm the Sanji Glazer, right? I made a Mihawk discussion video, all this stuff. You see what I'm saying, right? I was delusional enough to continue going, but I wasn't doing the exact same stuff. I was delusional in the fact that I would continue going to find what works, but I wasn't delusional enough to be insane and try doing the exact same thing over and over again to make it work. You get it? And so that's why I credit myself, because again, I do feel like I did get lucky with this video, like let's say for example, right? But if it didn't do good, I would have found out another way to break myself in, bro. If this didn't do good, bro, I would have continued. I still made this because this video didn't do good. I still made this video, right? But when I found out that this video did good, what did I do, bro? I made this video. You see what I'm saying? Like, again, there's a difference between delusional and knowing what you're doing and delusional and insane, bro. And that's why I see, like, certain people, not everybody, but I see certain people who don't, like, in quotations, blow up, and they complain about it, but I look at their content and I'm like, bro, like, what do you expect? Like, you're not making videos that make sense to blow up. You know what I mean? And like, it's still like a very iffy, right? It's very iffy, the wording I said there as well, because like you can see my latest videos, there's some videos that just make absolutely no sense to blow up. Like, I'll show you guys soon, but actually I'll show you guys soon, but I'm talking about like when you're trying to break in. Now I can just drop, not really, I can't just drop anything, but I can drop certain videos that probably wouldn't do good at the beginning of my career, but now I can, because I can, like, you know, saying capitalize off of what I've made, off the momentum I have, rather, right? And so yeah, that's why, like, I like, even though I do say, oh yeah, I got very lucky and this blew up, I also can say that Gambler was just smart enough to drop the right videos, right? Like, he just was. Bro, it was April Fool's, and I was at the peak of, like, the category hating thing. I could have made, like, Sanji is super weak, right? That's, like, I could have made that, but I made Chopper versus Katakuri, because that was my freaking, like, that was my thing, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't dumb, and I wasn't just here by pure luck. The fact that there's more examples, there's more, like, proof of the fact that I'm not here just because of pure luck. Because, again, like, no one even remembers Gambler right now as the Sanji guy anymore. I was that, like, 2-3 years ago. I'm not that anymore. Am I? If I still was the Sanji guy, then yeah, you could say, yeah, this guy's just here because of pure luck. No, I'm not. I'm not freaking the Sanji guy anymore. I am a Sanji fan. I love Sanji. I'm not the Sanji disappears guy anymore, bro. I haven't done a Sanji disappears thing in years. I haven't. Because I've shifted, bro. Not everybody wants to watch this every day. Right? So, yeah, we continue going. And, like, this is another thing. I dropped this because, like, I can see, like, my videos were slowing down. I wasn't about to continue the Sanji stuff, so I was like, hey, let's pivot. You know what I'm saying? New stuff. And I made this video because everybody was complaining about hockey, and I made a video about it, and it blew up. Lo and behold, right? Like, beautiful, right? But July made 1,000. August, I made more than that. I hit my new record. September, I hit 1.5, which wasn't my record. My record was August was 1.8. September I hit 1.5 because I didn't really have like I didn't have these two videos that were blowing up in July and August, right? Because these came out at the end of July. That's why it was like only 1,000 in July, but then the views kept going up in August, so that's why, like, you know, saying August was even more, right? And so yeah, I continue going, and like, sure, you can say now, like, this is like, okay, like, could you really be calling it delusion at this point? Because you're making like at least 1.5K a month, right? Sure, that does make sense, like, right? Like, that doesn't make sense, right? That does. But then October hits. All right. First off, oh wow, I forgot that I was gonna go over this. Actually, okay, hold on. Okay, September I made 1.5. This was in September, but we'll get into there in a second. Yeah, this is where I was incorporating new content as well on top of like the videos that were already doing good. I would drop some stuff to be more consistent and still make a lot of make some money, right? Like the chapter reviews. Oh, did someone text me? No. Yeah, the chapter reviews, right? And so we enter September, and this is where we enter like paid thumbnails, right? This is where I was sending my mom money, obviously, but I had a little bit of money to invest in like my thumbnails. Obviously, I'll tell you guys the prices of these thumbnails. This thumbnail was this was $35. So the max, okay, basically the max price for thumbnails for me was $35 back then, all right? So 35, this was, I think, maybe $30, maybe $30. This, like, these colored ones, like this one and this one and this one, these are like maybe $20, right? And then we have like, yeah, this is 30, 30, 30, right? So I had some money to do that because I was making enough to, you know what I'm saying, just override it. It didn't really matter, right? And so we continue. Wow, what a beautiful thumbnail, by the way. $30 for this one. And then these two, like, obviously the same as these, like maybe $20 each. So that's $40 on that day. And then $30 for this. And like, you know what I'm saying, I'm capitalizing as well, bro. This video had a sponsorship on as well. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm balling, bro. And then I got banned. Shueisha nuked my freaking account, bro. Shueisha genuinely nuked my account overnight. They nuked what September? So like about 10 months of my life. 10 months of work just nuked overnight. They copyrighted everything, bro, including shorts as well, bro. They nuked me overnight. And so from there, it's like, oh, there's a whole conversation about, oh, being delusional enough to continue doing it despite having the risk, which I still do, by the way. Yeah, like, everybody has the risk of that. Obviously, me more than others, because there's people who who never even get touched by freaking Shueisha, but, you know, it is what it is. But there's that, right, where, like, you're delusional enough to continue going despite having that risk of getting sniped overnight, right? And, like, well, not really getting in trouble, right? Because we really can't get in trouble for freaking Japanese laws in the U.S. Like, let's be for real, right? But despite this entire thing, like, people would be like, oh, just, you know what I'm saying, have the what's that word, secure thing, get a job, go to college, all this BS. You know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, right? There's that thing, but there's also the fact that, like, I come back, right? Even after, again, like, my mom was saying this. Again, like, I told you guys in the last video, bro, my mom was one of the people who didn't really believe in it, sure, right? But, yeah, she was talking about how, like, oh, yeah, you see? They could take it away from you in an instant. And I'm like, bro, I'm fucking willing to deal with that risk. I don't care, bro. I really don't care. I don't. I really don't care, bro. I'm willing to take that risk. But I come back and like my videos aren't doing good anymore. Right? Like they just aren't. I'm not gonna lie, you look at it now. These that's kinda effed up. This video was not doing good. There was a video before this. It was Hikari versus Urame. That wasn't doing good as well. They just blew up months later. Right? It's not really indicative of what happened back then. This video though, this was like the first video that actually did good. There was videos in between these that aren't here anymore. Yeah, where's my Ace one? Did I delete my Ace video? Yeah, it was. Yeah, I knew there was a video over here. There was a video over here, bro. Regardless, the point is that like I come back and I'm not making as much money as I was before, right? Again, I was on a high, bro. I was paying for every thumb. I mean, well, you could see here. We'll get into that in a second. Actually, I was paying for every thumbnail, bro, and I was making good profit. Regardless, bro, I was dropping consistently. All of this stuff, bro. But I come back and I don't have the same momentum. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? And again, we're back to basically square one, where I'm not even making $1,000 a month, and I'm still pursuing this. I'm in freaking college, by the way, as well. I'm in college, right? Stressing about tests and stuff, and I'm doing work for a YouTube channel that's not even making $1,000 a month, bro. Like, of course, you have to be delusional to continue going, bro. You really do. Like, you really do, bro. But it doesn't even get that bad, because again, like, we had this video, right? It was chill, bro. Let's continue going, okay? This video, I was trying to like compete with Broken Ronin, who was like slamming the scene at the moment, right? This was when season 2 was coming out. He was slamming the scene. I was trying to get my way inside of there. Didn't really wasn't really able to. Wasn't really able to, right? And I continued going, and like, bro, this was a ridiculous video right here, bro. Broken Runner basically dropped the exact same video as me, and he crushed me, bro. It was ridiculous, bro. It was insane. I continue going. This video did really good, because this was the first video where I actually spent some money. You see this thumbnail right here, bro? $75, bro. And every thumbnail you see in this art style was $75, yes. And mind you, again, we're coming back from an account that wasn't making $1,000 a month. So I'm spending $75 on thumbnails. $75, $30, $75, $75, $30. There was another video in between these two videos, which cost $20. This thumbnail, I think $50. $75, $75, $75, $75, $75, $75. Like, bro, you see how much freaking money I'm spending, but I'll tell you guys how much money I was making. Let me see. So this is January. This video did really good. Actually, like, this is unprecedented because it was such a long video as well. So I'll tell you guys the freaking numbers. Hold on. Let me get my phone real quick. I forgot you can't look at it look it up on your phone unless I like open Chrome on my phone, bro. I can't even do that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't find it. That's tough. I'm gonna have to like freaking guess. I have no idea, bro. I'll tell you guys right now that regardless of the video, like regardless of the views you're seeing right now, I will say I was making way more money than I was back then, right? But it wasn't anything crazy. I never broke my August record, and I don't think I ever touched July even. July was $1,000, by the way. So regardless of me getting all these views, I was making more money than all the way back then when I was peaking at 300. But I don't remember me ever even touching 1,000 for a very long time, especially in 2024, bro. 2024, I call it like the void year, because 2024 was just, I can't even explain it, right? But again, I'm spending all these money because, again, you can see the fact that I put more money into the business, right? I put more money into it, and I was getting more views, right? $75 for back then was maybe like a 100K view video. $75, right, to put it into there. And so I would have to, like, that's like proof to me that I have to put money in to make more money out, right? And so that's what I was doing. I was spending money January, I think January. This was February for sure. This was not January, I don't think. This was March or something, bro. I was very preoccupied by school as well. So I was putting in a lot of work, spending a lot of money on YouTube. And I wasn't even making that much. I was not. I really was not, okay? And it was Delusion that let me continue going. It really was. Like, bro, again, spending this much freaking money on thumbnails and stuff like that to not even get, like, a lot back, that's freaking stupid. That's really dumb. It really is dumb. But you have to be delusional to continue going, bro. You really do. And so I continued going. This video made me absolutely no money, bro. Do you see how short this video is? Like, let's be real, bro. Right? It did really good, but... right? This video did really good as well. Barely any money. This video, this did good. It gave me a little bit of money. I continue going, bro. This is like May. And I'm still going. I'm making these long-ass videos. And mind you, again, this isn't even the money I'm spending. It's also the time that I'm putting into these videos. Guys, I can make a 20-minute video. I could fart that out, bro. Honestly, I could, bro. That's nothing now. Right now, 2026, no, nothing. But back then, oh no, don't even get me started, bro. The scripting, the recording, the editing, bro. Editing 5 minutes. No, I don't think I was doing 5 minutes back then. I think it was 2 minutes. Editing 2 minutes on my video took an hour. Yes, calculate that for a 20-minute video. 2 minutes of a video took an hour. I don't know why, but it just did. Okay? That's how slow I was with it. So I'm putting all this work. I'm stressed at school. Spending all this money. Putting in all this work. And I'm barely even making money. Bro, I remember June came around. This is when June came around. I still wasn't making that much money, bro. I literally don't think I reached $1,000. You know what? You know what? I'm about to show you guys. Okay, you know what? Hold on, chat. Hold on, chat. Yeah, this stupid ass. Okay, you know what? All right, I was a little shy to show numbers back then, but hey, it's back then, right? I'm not showing I'm not showing now, right? But again, yeah. So I knew I wasn't lying, right? I knew I wasn't lying, bro. This is January of 2024, right? And I was telling you guys like I was putting in money, bro, and like, you know, I finally got like this video that blew up, right? It's 85K. That meant absolutely freaking nothing, bro. Not even $100. Not even 1,000, bro. Right? Let's go to February. What did I drop in February? I don't remember. Wow. Dude, this video got 77K. Bro, like, what the fuck? Are we serious? You see what I'm saying? You see how much, like, time I'm putting into this, bro? How much time, money, and stress I'm putting into this? And I'm still going, bro. Guys, tell me right now, are you continuing this BS? If you're putting this much time and you're juggling that and school, and you get freaking $500 back? No, that's freaking delusion, bro. That's straight delusion, bro. Let's check March. What happened in March, bro? $800. Okay, cool. And that's when I dropped. Yeah, I knew it. I knew there was a Maki video I dropped in the middle of this. I told you guys it was this video right here. It was in between these. There was another Maki video I actually dropped. Where is it? It's trying to hide from me. Right here. I changed the thumbnail and title because I was like, because I deleted it. It was this video right here as well. So there was 2 Maki videos that I dropped, but yeah, $800, cool, bro. Again, I freaking July, I was still making more, but I'm spending way more money and more time. You see how freaking crazy that is. Hold on, chat. I just realized, like, again, I guess I'm not really like putting forward my thoughts correctly, but bro, like, do you understand how freaking stupid that is? I'm putting in more time. I'm more stressed, I'm spending more money, and I'm still making less than I was before. What kind of BS is that? That's stupid. Isn't that stupid, guys? I'm not losing my mind here, am I? That's dumb. That's really dumb. More time, more stress, more money I'm putting into it, and I'm making less money, bro. What the heck? That's pure, what the hell? Why does it say that? I got demonetized like last year. What? Not even last year. That was 2024, wasn't it? Anyways. Yeah, we continue going. We'll continue going, actually. April. April might have been my first $1,000 month. Nope. Nope. Still not. Nope. Huh? Oh, nah. Yeah, you see, freaking like... That's basically what I do. If you see a video disappear on my channel, bro, I privated it, and I'm going to change the thumbnail to like a future video to see how it looks. Alright, so... That's why it says that. I don't really know what video this could have been, though. But anyways, yeah, you can see. Again, more money. Oh, crap. More money, more time. You can see, like, the gap between videos because of how long it takes me to make videos, bro. Like, you can see that. More time, more stress, all this BS, bro. Still making less money than I was. And still, like, laughably small compared to, like what I need to do to help my mom, right? And so, like, again, delusion. That's freaking delusion, bro. That's straight stupidity. To continue doing that. To continue doing your stuff, right? Regardless of all the things, like, regardless of the reality of it, right? Hold on. Regardless of the reality of it, of all the stress and all that stuff. And like saying that I want to do this instead of like college, which is like more secure and like guaranteed rather than like a business like YouTube where you can fall off or yada yada, right? And this is like a big thing that came into like with thumbnails for me, bro. That's why I tried to like sway away from them a little bit over here. Like, you know, I made this thumbnail by myself, this thumbnail by myself, this thumbnail by myself, right? This thumbnail by myself. And this is where I enter like my 100-day challenge where I finally like reached $1,000, but I still never beat August. August was 1.8k. Never even got close, actually. All right, so it's hilarious to think about, but I'm still spending a lot of money here, right? But at least I'm like making money back. But again, like I'm spending more money than I was back then still, because this is 75, 60, 60, 30, 30, 75, let's see, 75, 60, 30, 75, 70, no, 60, 60, 60, like, you see what I'm saying, right? I'm still spending a lot of money on videos. The profits aren't really there, right? Aren't there enough. And so we continue going, and like, I dropped this video. This did really good, bro. Okay? Right? Really good. You know, whatever. But then here's when like peak delusion came in. Let's see how much. We're 38 minutes into this. That's crazy. Here's where peak delusion came in. I dropped this video and I disappeared for like a month because I went to go like, I was brain rotting, bro. I was so lazy, bro. Like I was so lazy. I was brain rotting, playing games, like talk to my girlfriend, bro. Ridiculous. But regardless of that, I came back in January. I think I dropped like maybe this video or this video, right? I don't know. I don't know what I dropped. But I came back in January, and I told myself I have until December to make this work, because I'm not continuing this school shit. I'm not doing it. I'm not continuing this school shit. My debt is already ridiculous. So I'm not continuing that, and I want to make this work. I need to make this work. I heard Six say that he made 10,000 in a month back when like JJK season 2 was coming out. And I was like, I'm going to make that as well. Even though, again, I only sniffed like $1,000. Didn't even hit $2,000 ever. Right? My max was 1.8 thousand. Right? Like 1,000, like I was sniffing $1,000 after spending like hundreds of dollars on freaking thumbnails. Right? Like hours on editing, bro. I remember this video right here. Where is it? This video right here. I did like an all-nighter editing it, bro. Sniffing 1K. I told myself I'm gonna make 10,000. So that's peak delusion right there, bro. And I dropped all my classes, bro. And all these videos flopped. Honestly, should I show you guys the freaking stats on probably like January, bro? Let me show you guys. Hold on, chat. All right. We're in January right now. I just dropped out. Dropped all my classes, right? Yeah, this is the first video I dropped after dropping the classes. And I'm like let's see the next month, bro. I'm putting more work in. But still, like, what is going on here, bro? This is what I dropped out for, bro. $700, bro. Like, bro, that's freaking stupid. Like, let's think about the other side, bro. The other side is continuing going to college, right? And I get a job, and I'm like guaranteed, like, let's say $30,000 salary, bro. That's way more than freaking $700. Where I'm spending a whole bunch of money. And I'm putting a whole bunch of time and stressing about, like, views and all that stuff, right? Why is this, like, bro, get this out of my face, damn. Anyways, yeah. This was peak delusional. Peak delusion, I mean. Because I had the choice to actually go back, like, re-pick up my classes. But I continue going. Like, I wasn't about to stop there, bro. And so I started continuing throwing stuff at the wall so I could get, like, black flashes, right? I dropped this video right here, which is still blowing my mind that it's doing this good right now. It was not doing this good before, but this is just, I call this like the delusional like era, bro. Straight delusion, bro. These videos were not doing good. I was just throwing stuff at the wall, honestly, bro. I really was. I just kept going. I just kept going. I just kept going. I just kept going. Like, you can see the different, like, you know what I'm saying, different ideas I was going for and stuff like that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I came back to chapter reviews finally, bro. I came back to One Piece versus battles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just straight delusion, bro. Straight delusion. To continue going again, like, I could have what's that word? Oh my gosh. Starts with a whatever, bro. Register for classes again, right? I could register for classes again, but I was like, no, I'm gonna make this work by December, bro. I literally told myself that, bro. I wish I had. I don't know if I have. I feel like I have. I actually do have a recording of that. Should I find it? Whatever, bro. It's mad work. Just trust me on this, bro. Like, I showed you guys the recording in the previous video. I told myself I have until December to make this work. I told myself that, and I kept going. You know what I was saying, bro? You can see the lack of, like, paid thumbnails, by the way. Right? Like, because I was like, nah, bro. I'm not, but, like, this is a reused thumbnail right here. This was, like, $60, but, like, it was, like, once a month, maybe. Right? So, like, this right here was a reused thumbnail as well. $60 right here. This was the next month, which was $60. And then, like, you see the end of the month, I had this video. This is a reused thumbnail, I mean, as well, again, right? You see the lack of, like, paid thumbnails, because I was trying to maximize the profits. You know what I'm saying? I was really, like, moving like a businessman. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was trying a whole bunch of stuff, right? And I still keep going. And now I'll tell you guys, like, I broke my record. I keep thinking if it was June or July, but it was around here where I dropped this video. Around here. No, this was April, so no. It was around here, maybe. Oh, it was for sure around here, actually. Yeah, it was for sure around here. This is where I broke my record, and I hit 1.9K in that month. The next month wasn't that much. It was July. July was the next month. So June was when I broke the record. July wasn't that much. Then August was, damn, I have no idea. It doesn't matter. The point is, like, I continue going. I finally hit like 1.9K, and that was kind of like bittersweet because I finally beat a record that was there for like 2 years straight, and I kept like romanticizing it because I was like, yo, like I can't ever replicate that again. I used to say that. I was like, I gotta do that again, bro. Right? I was romanticizing like July of 2023, August of 2023, and I finally did. Right? I continue going, and then I break it again in I think this month right here, maybe August or September, and I broke it, and I hit 2,000, and that was my record. October was a slow month. November came around, and I don't know what I was doing there. I'm not gonna lie. November came around. It was not. November came around. I made 1.4. So now, like I'm on pace. Like I keep making 1,000. Like I'm back to how I was before, right? Again, this is like a year. This is like 2 years in the making, because I was not 2 years straight. I was making under $1,000 a month, bro. 2 years straight, spending hundreds of dollars on thumbnails and stressing and doing a whole bunch of work to make under $1,000 a month for 2 years straight, bro. Like, let's be for real, bro. And I wasn't the insane gambler where I was dropping the exact same videos over and over again. I was not. Okay? 2 years straight, I was putting in the work to find out what works, bro. 2 years straight to finally reach $1,000 a month. That's freaking stupid, bro. That's really dumb. Again, that's the reality of it, bro. You can see, like, these sudden bursts of views, right? Sudden bursts. You can be jealous of it, right? People will see my videos and be like, oh, I don't have the success that Gambler has. No. You do not know what's going on behind the scenes, bro. This is hundreds of dollars. This is hours of work. This is a ton of stress over videos that are not making me over $1,000 a month, bro. Again, you could be jealous of it, but you'll make the same amount of money if you work at McDonald's, bro. Like, literally, you see what I'm saying, bro? Again, this is delusion, bro. I didn't emphasize it enough, but it was 2 years straight of work to get back to the point where I was making a lot of money without even spending a lot of money. Bro, I spent $0 in freaking July, and I made 1,000. I spent maybe like $100 in August, and I made almost 2,000. And now I worked 2 years straight to reach $2,000, spending. No, not really. I wasn't spending a lot. Again, I deleted like a whole bunch of like my thumbnail buying stuff because I wanted to maximize my profits, right? And so November came around, and I told my friends, I'm not gonna get on Fortnite for a little bit. I'm not gonna get on Fortnite all the time, actually, because I want to make December my month. And I went into December fully thinking I was gonna make maybe 2.5. Right? That's what I fully believe. I was gonna start off December very strong, right? Start off December very strong and finish it off very strong, and I'm going to make $2,500 that month. Yes. I made way more than that. That's what I'll tell you, bro. But that's 2 years straight in the making, bro. 2 years straight in the making. Okay? 2 years straight, bro. 2 years of work, stress, hours, money, whole bunch of bullshit, bro. I deserve it. It's not just luck, bro. I deserve it, bro. All right? I'm not gonna lie. I'm rambling a lot like this because I'm procrastinating, bro. I don't want to freaking work, but I gotta work. Bro. I gotta drop a video for tomorrow's episode. This video's finally back, by the way. It freaking got copyrighted. It's finally back after 2 weeks. Can you imagine? That video has literally been, it's just been gone. Ridiculous. Anyways, the video I was talking about, by the way, that, like, is such a terrible idea, but I just made it and it still did good because of my momentum, was this video right here. What a terrible idea, right? Why Sukuna never uses his full power? What kind of dumbass video is that? Who is pressing this? I'm genuinely so confused right now. Who is pressing this video right now? Right here, bro. What is this video? Whatever. Anyways. Yeah, I'm grateful, bro. I'm grateful, but I feel like I deserve the success I have right now. I do feel like I deserve it, bro. And you can even see it here, actually. Bro, you can even see it here. I'm having a whole bunch of momentum, right? We're entering January now. December, peak, okay? Like, December, blow up, right? Like, Sure, good, right? There's some videos in between though that wasn't doing as good, like this video, this video, this video, this video, right? But regardless, like I kept going. But I can't really say like that's delusion because I knew what works and I was doing it regardless, right? Like let's be for real. So we entered January, right? And I dropped this video. This video actually pissed me off because this was basically Alonzi's video before he dropped it. But Alonzi like freaking he mocked me. I'm not gonna lie, he mocked me, bro. I had to change this thumbnail so many times. It still hasn't. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. But this video was doing so good in the beginning, but I'm pretty sure Jaded dropped the video. And his video just absolutely mocked mine, so that's why like this one just stopped. Like it was so ridiculous. I remember it was doing so good in the beginning. I went to sleep and I was expecting like another Toto situation where I wake up to it like blown up. I woke up, bro, like it just stopped. I was like, damn, that's crazy, right? Like 33-minute video, that's crazy. Anyways, I continue going. This is where like you can see right here. It's either this video or the next one, the YouTube one. Go deeper into a season. Yeah, did you guys see that? I literally just paused it and it, whatever, bro. Where I say, this was unbelievably lackluster compared to my vision for this video. Apologies, guys. I'll try to improve on the quality because, bro, the videos were not doing good anymore. Okay, like again, I just came off of this high from freaking December, and this video, sure, whatever. This video stopped. This was a filler video. And I was hyping up this video because I thought it was gonna do really good. Boom, I drop it, doesn't do good. Obviously, I understand why it didn't because my viewers aren't freaking anime onlys, bro. Like it wouldn't really appeal to them. And then we have this video, which I dropped on the day of like the first episode, and it got mocked by literally everyone. Okay, Broken Ronin made a video. He mocked my video. Noah made a video, Alonzi made a video, Orion made a video. They all mocked me, bro, and I dropped this freaking, and it was a terrible video, by the way. I made it in less than like 12 hours. It was so bad. I actually hate this video. Guys, I'll tell you something. The video is so bad to me that it got copyrighted, and I'm making basically zero money off of this, but I haven't deleted it. I don't care. It's that bad of a video. I really don't like that video, bro, because I made it in literally 12 hours. And it didn't do good. It reflected that, and I was like, you know what? That's freaking crazy. So it's like this whole row is just flops. And I remember me thinking to myself like, damn. Like, am I back to freaking square one? Like back to before this video blew up? Am I back to like square one, bro? Before this video blew up, where I was like, I'm over here like throwing stuff at the wall again. Am I back to that? And so I continue going. I was delusional enough to be like, no. I'm not back at square one. I'm not letting that happen. So I continue going. This video didn't do good as well. This was supposed to be like a follow-up to the Toto video because, again, I was trying to drop what worked. It didn't really work. I guess it's because it's Jogo. I'm dropping a new one tomorrow, actually. And so we dropped this video, right? I dropped this video, and it did good, right? It did decently well. I dropped this video, and it got mocked. It got mocked by Noah, all of these people again. It got absolutely mocked by everyone again. And I was mad. You could ask my brother and my sister, bro. I was talking to myself. It was like that one meme of SpongeBob in the corner talking to himself. I was so mad that this video specifically got mocked by everybody, bro. I was like, bro, people would rather watch someone literally just recap what the episode was than watch Maki versus Yuki. I was so mad. I was pissed off. I was like, what am I missing here, bro? But the delusional guy, the guy who's not delusional would have stopped right there. After after this month was just not the same as December. But I did not stop right there. What did I do, bro? I continued going. I dropped this video and it did better than this video. And I dropped this video for the next chapter, for the next episode, bro. I one-upped my ideas. I said, okay, that video didn't work, right? So let's one-up it. Let's drop something even better, bro. Boom. I love this video idea, bro. I've been thought of it, and I was like, and I can make like this. I can use the thumbnail idea as well. Oh yeah. I dropped that video. Boom. I'm back on track. I'm fully back on track now, right? And then I dropped at the end of this month. I dropped the JJK review. Because I finally read it because of you guys, and that one had another, like, that was another Black Flash, but it got deleted now because of Shueisha. I gotta wait 2 weeks for it to come back, but it did really good. And so we're entering February. I'm not gonna lie, it's been 11 days and I've only uploaded 4 videos. I'm a freaking fraud, right? I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna get back on track. The point is Delusion. The point is Delusion. Okay, dude. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. 55 minutes of this. Are people gonna watch this? I did not articulate my ideas correctly, because there's definitely, like, there's things that I've realized later that I should have said at the beginning of the video, and people are probably gonna click off before I get to that point where I realize, oh yeah, this is what I meant. But you guys see what it is. Please be delusional. Please continue going. I'm stretching right now. That's why my voice might sound lower. Anyways, yeah, please be delusional. Keep going, regardless of, like, the barriers, the limiting beliefs, all this stuff. Regardless of all that, bro, be delusional, bro. Keep going, man. 2 years straight of work, throwing stuff at the wall, not dropping the exact same things. Again, like, you guys will have to figure out who I'm talking about when I say that. But there's people who complain about not blowing up, but they drop basically the exact same things that just continuously do not work, right? I can understand if it doesn't work and you realize that it doesn't work, but you're doing it because you're trying to, like, set it up, right? You know what I'm saying? But there's also people who do that and then be like, oh, why am I not blowing up? What are you complaining about, bro? You're genuinely just sabotaging yourself, bro. Like, PFFR right now, bro. Anyways, yeah, let me just wrap this up, bro. 55 minutes, that's crazy. 56 minutes, almost 57 minutes, that's crazy. Yeah, guys.